You can't manage costs you can't see.
That's
Right.
a good one.
Yeah.
That's a writer-downer, folks. You can't manage costs you can't see.
Right. So if you don't have that true visibility on what these costs really are, and you're not providing that visibility to the stakeholders, which are both your customers and the other folks out of it, how are they making good judgments? Okay. They can't make good judgments. I'll give you the one that happens extremely commonly. We've talked about replacement, right? Most fleet managers will complain till they're blue in their face how difficult it is, and rightfully so, to get money for replacing assets, right? Well, think about the way a life cycle analysis works, right? For those who aren't familiar with it, you're essentially modeling out your costs. Here's your capital costs. They start very high. On an annual basis, they get lower and lower because the asset depreciates a little bit less each year than the year before. And then your operating costs, as we've talked about, generally speaking, go up. Okay. If you artificially, I'll use that word, all right, or let's say you understate your operating costs, which is predominantly your maintenance and repair costs, what you're doing is you're changing that cost curve. You're pushing it out. You're making it harder to justify replacing assets in your fleet, much harder. Because if you're finance or your leadership, you're going to say, no, it's not really costing me that much to maintain the vehicle. Let's keep it.
Because all you're looking at is the direct cost.
Because all you're looking is that direct cost. And so you're not getting, you're not getting true visibility, true transparency on what the cost of the fleet is. And one of the ways I always know when, we do engagement, if you hire me after hearing this podcast, you'll be ready for this, but I'll sit down with you, and in our first interview, I'll just ask you, well, what does your fleet cost? And I cannot tell you, pretty much 99 times out of 100, I get a blank stare. They have no idea. And then they just start pulling numbers out, right? They're you-know-whats. So that's, that's a piece. If we want transparency, if we want visibility so that we can make good data-driven decisions, and of which the most important data is generally cost-related data, right? You just need this so that you're getting an accurate picture of what the fleet costs. So that's kind of like baseline table stakes. Like you have to be doing that if you're doing it right.